Good day there once again, viewers. Your mate Kamikaze78 here, coming to you guys with the Tuesday recap for the 6th of the 2nd, 2018. Yeah, sorry for the delay on this one, guys. As I said in my tweet and in Discord, I was just feeling really dead after work on the Monday to the point where I just couldn't muster the energy to actually go ahead and make a video. So, yeah, here we are. There is a lot of gaming news to discuss this week, however, so there wasn't a hope in hell that I was going to skip this week's recap. And on that note, let's get into the world of gaming for the week and see what went down. In the world of PUBG, we saw the deployment of a brand new update that looks to combat cheating, an issue that has been on the minds of the very passionate and vocal community of PUBG for a very long time now. With this update, the devs implemented back-end limitations to stop people using programs that altered the in-game files, which hopes to block out a lot of programs that give people the ability to wall hack, aim hack, and use other cheats such as instant revives / heals, God mode, as well as well-known cheats in the PUBG world. However, despite these attempts to mitigate cheating in the game, the devs were also met with a serious amount of backlash from the community, as this proposed method of combating cheating is also going to affect innocent programs such as Reshade, a popular program within the PUBG community that sharpens up the game and also ups the color range. Hell, even those who altered the game files to avoid the new desert map, Miramar, were going to be stripped of their band-aid method to create a map selector, if you will. Once again, this was an announcement met by a considerable amount of backlash from the community, stating that the removal of the quote-unquote reshade support would quote-unquote kill the game and make it unplayable. And to that, I reply with, sweet baby Jesus, I don't think there's anything that will make you lot happy these days. At the end of the day, guys, this is a game that has literally become the most played game to have ever hit the Steam marketplace, and as a result, the devs need to make blanket restrictions to game file modifications, as a game this popular will just see new cheats pop up as soon as current ones are targeted. I, for one, have never used the reshader before, and I'm still able to play the game just fine. I'm still getting chicken dinners. You're seeing a chicken dinner in the background right now. At the end of the day, guys, sacrifices need to be made to fix up the more pressing issues in the game. If the need for some graphical updates and overhauls are needed, then that could become a high priority on the list later down the line. But for now, the devs need to focus on the cheating of the game, because that is quite clearly the priority here. Anyway, keeping the ball rolling and ranting aside, we have also seen some both interesting and awesome news drops when it comes to game releases for the year, and for 2019 actually. Firstly, Red Dead Redemption 2 has received an official release date of the 26th of the 10th, 2018, and I've got to say, I cannot wait for this game to come out. I played the hell out of the first game, finishing it 5 times over and enjoying each and every playthrough thoroughly. I will be honest, Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of the main reasons I bought my PlayStation 4. I know, traded to the PC Master Race and all. But yeah, I am extremely keen for this game to come out, and really hope it lives up to the standard set by the first game. Now, Anthem, on the other hand, the new game being worked on by BioWare that was revealed at 2017's E3, published by EA, has been delayed until the first quarter of 2019 as opposed to its original planned release date of sometime within 2018. Now, what is interesting about this move to me is that the guys at EA have confirmed that this delay is actually nothing to do with the game itself, but more so to do with the release strategy for the game. EA have stated that they don't want Anthem competing with other major shooter releases that they are releasing later in the year. I'm sure we all remember the situation that Titanfall 2 found itself in. It was a great game, but it was hurt by EA's decision to release it between Battlefield 1 and COD Infinite Warfare, making it not exactly the financial success they were after. They obviously don't want to make the same mistake with Anthem, which I'm all for, honestly. Here's hoping that this turns out to be a good decision by EA to, release Anthem at a more realistic time frame. And, well, speaking of good decisions by EA, that's all there really is, because with one good decision, the guys at EA really just want to seem to shoot themselves in the foot and fuck up beyond all recognition, because they've decided to reintroduce microtransactions into Star Wars Battlefront 2 later in the year. It's been confirmed that Battlefront 2 has been performing worse than what EA were hoping for, selling only 9 million copies within the first quarter of release, by comparison to Star Wars Battlefront 1's 15 million copies. It's funny, a game that is arguably better, and yes, Battlefront 2 is 10-fold better than Battlefront 1 from a straight-up gameplay perspective, is performing so much worse than its predecessor. So, the wise chumps at EA have decided to reintroduce the one element of the game that arguably killed the game all up. Yeah, GG EA, GG. The only way they could make a system like this work is to make it entirely cosmetic, but part of me says that just simply won't happen. So EA, well done. For one good move you've made, you've done fucked up exponentially. So yeah, well done guys, I expected nothing less. But I figured we should end this week's news segment on a good note, that being that Squad, that Little Milsim game that I've covered a few times here on the channel, has finally hit Alpha 10, bringing forth improvements to the animation system, weapon control, player movement, and so much more. Squad Alpha 10 has been in the works for a very long time now, and I think we first covered the actual tidbits for Alpha 10 back in June of 2017? Yeah, quite a gap in time now, but hey, it's now live, and I will be doing a video on it really shortly discussing the update and discussing how Squad is playing currently, so prepare yourselves for that video there, my friends. And that's all I've got for news, guys, and as I said before, this was a big week in gaming. Before we jump into the Q&A for the week, let's talk about the streaming schedule for the week, so you guys know when you can catch me live on Twitch. Here is the streaming schedule for the week, commencing the 5th of the 2nd, 2018. Wednesday the 7th of the 2nd, 4:30 PM to 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Thursday, 8th of the 2nd, 9 AM to 12 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And Saturday, the 10th of the 2nd, 7:30 PM to 11:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So yeah folks, that right there is the streaming schedule for the week. I do hope to see each and every one of you in the chat to sort of catch up, play some video games, and just sort of sit back and relax. That's what all the streams are about, guys, so let's make the most of them, eh? And on that note, let's hit the Q&A for the week, guys, and as per always, I apologize if I happen to absolutely brutalize any of your names. And folks, I do apologize for the slightly daggy look in this video. I am in my comfy clothes, you know, it was a long day at work. You know, again guys, I really just couldn't be bothered dressing up for this video. I just felt like, you know, just chilling back and, you know, getting straight to work on it in comfy gear. Anyway, first up for today, we've got something from Uowcomic, and he says, okay, important question, what is your meme of the year so far? Well, it's quite clear, Comic, but I don't know if I could even explain it to you because I do not believe you know the way. I know the way to the queen knows the way, and you have to have the bowler to know the way. Jesus Christ, that was horrible. Alright, so yeah guys, there you go. That's the meme of the year so far, clearly. I mean, it's not the best meme, but Jesus Christ, it caught on and created some hilarious content. So, we're going to go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, next up today, we've got something from Wickedvoltzz, and he says, what's the most amount of viewers you've ever had in a live stream? I think we've cracked 30 at one point, and that was at the thanks of, I think it was Straconis channel who hosted me at one point during a PlanetSide 2 live stream, which actually gave me enough viewers to throw me onto the front page of the PlanetSide 2 website as well. So I think we ended up having about 33 concurrent viewers. It was a really good stream. Really thankful for the host on that one, actually, Straconis. It was a great stream, buddy, and I appreciate anyone who was, you know, following at the time and watching at the time. But I think 33 is our current top, you know, halfway to the partnership mark. That would be awesome, actually. I'd love to get Twitch partnership. We are sort of on... We're on our goal, if you will, to get Twitch partnership. Again, the goal of 1,000 followers by the end of the year is very much alive and well. Who knows, maybe we could even crack 5,000 followers by the end of the year. That's a hell of a goal, that's a bit of a stretch, but you never really know, guys. If we keep it up, we should be able to get pretty close to that, I think. So yeah, anyway, I think it was about 33 viewers in at the same time on stream, so that was a really good stream. Next up, Panda the Green's got sort of a double hitter for us. He says, there's a bullet flying through the air towards a person. Would you throw a dog in front of it to save the human? Fuck you. Okay, it would really depend. Like, if it was a family member, I probably would, because my moral high ground says save the family member. Even, you know, dogs are love, dogs are life. If it was my best friend, probably. But then again, if it was just any other person, yeah, no, I wouldn't save them. I'd keep the dog. Keep dogs, because I don't know if that person's a dick. I don't know if that person is a scumbag. You know, at the end of the day, the dogs are just great at heart. Like, they've got great, kind hearts regardless. So the only people who I'd really want to save by throwing a dog in front of a bullet to, you know, catch a bullet for them would be, you know, my family members and my really good friends. At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, dogs are just kind-hearted animals. So if it was for a random person, God, no, I don't know how kind they've been. I don't know what their karma's like. Why should I help them? Anyway, Panda the Green also comes through with a his next question here, and he says, would you rather do a whole live stream with a peg on your nose, or make commentate a full video in an overly stereotypical Aussie way? As compensation for all the Monday recaps that weren't uploaded on Monday, you'll have to do one. Ah, you're an asshole. Look, probably the better one to do, I think the one that would generate the more funny content, or the one that would generate, you know, a funnier video, would probably be the Australian accent one, but Jesus Christ, putting on my Australian bogan accent for a whole video, that would be tough. Like, it doesn't come as natural as you guys think. Like, this is just my standard Aussie accent, but if I was to go, you know, up and beyond and really, you know, throw in a bogan twang to it, like a, oh, g'day mate, how you going? Like, that sort of thing. Jesus, that would be a difficult video to make, but I definitely, you know, if we were to do like a Perth video, like a HMAS Perth video from World of Warships with that sort of accent, I'd be down for that. Stay tuned on this space, guys. That could be a possibility, honestly, if I put enough time towards it. Anyway, Super Mike 3 also comes through with the last question for the day, and he says, what is the best use you've found for the rocket rifle in PlanetSide 2? So I found it to be actually one of the more entertaining uses I've found for it as of late. Actually, has been AA fire support, which sounds weird as hell. I know, don't get me wrong. But the AA functionality on that rocket rifle is actually really, really powerful. Like, if you have an ESF that's even got the slightest bit of damage on it, you can pretty much one-hit them. Oops, sorry, that's my watch going off. You can pretty much one-hit them, actually, if you land all your hits. I also find it great for soloing uncerted sunderers. Like, if you come across a completely naked sunderer and 2 C4s and a burst of the rocket rifle is going to do it. It's also great for just peppering away at tanks. Say you get to stick a C4 but miss the second one. Getting a rocket rifle round into the rear of your target is going to be also extremely effective. So the rocket rifle's been great at giving the light assault a way to finalize enemy targets. If you can land a full salvo too, it's also extremely damaging to max suits. So there's actually, the rocket rifle is also fantastic at dealing with phalanx turrets. I found that to be extremely useful as well. So yeah, that'd be my top uses for the rocket rifle in PlanetSide 2 currently. Easily the most entertaining being shooting down aircraft, because, you know, no one really expects to get shot down by a rocket rifle, yet here I am sniping aircraft out of the sky with a rocket rifle. How can you complain against that, my friends? And folks, on that note, that concludes this week's Monday recap for the 6th of the 2nd, 2018, or should I say the Tuesday recap. God damn it. I'm still in the headspace of this being a Monday. Clearly my calendar's out. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed today's video, backhand that like button, and if you're new to the channel, backhand that subscribe button whilst you're at it. Jump into my Discord, jump into my comment section, throw some questions for the Q&A in there, guys. The more the merrier. It makes for a more interesting recap overall. We had a lot of news to discuss, guys, so if I've missed any gaming news for the week, or if there's any gaming news throughout the week that you'd like for me to cover in next week's Monday recap, leave it in the comment section down below, guys. The more the merrier. It does again make for more interesting recaps, because I do tend to miss a bit of gaming news here and there with how busy I am outside of doing YouTube stuff. Anyway guys, once again, hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace out, and I'll be seeing you all next time. Have a good one.